Earl, the way Bully Spence is outraged. He tight, man. He in his feelings, man. Listen, you know that Mikey Garcia is getting the Pacquiao fight. That's crazy. After the performance that Spence put on, you would think that it got to go to Spence. He got to get the big money fight. What happened to Al Heyman? Talking about Al Heyman said, that he was guaranteed the Pacquiao fight if he show up and show out against Mikey Garcia. I guess plans didn't go as planned, you dig? But at the end of the day, if you look at the atmosphere, if you look at the crowd, it was a pro-Mexican crowd. It was pro-Mikey crowd. I mean, the crowd was hooping and hollering about Mikey Garcia. Spence had a few fans. He had about 9 LDBC dudes there. They was doing their thing. They showed up. But at the end of the day, the market is for Mikey Garcia. You dig what I'm talking about? I think Spence versus, Pacquiao will do big numbers, but you really gotta look at it, man. What would you rather put on pay-per-view? Mikey and the Mexican fan base that he brings, or and obviously Pacquiao brings a whole new base. He brings whites, Mexicans, blacks. He brings a whole, plethora of people that love, Pacquiao, stars and everything like that. Or a guy that's unknown like the way Bully Spence, a guy that's a weight bully, a guy that beat up on a smaller guy and Mikey Garcia. And I told you guys before, I told you, Pacquiao should not take the bait and fight Spence, because Spence is too big for Pacquiao. First of all, Pacquiao 50 years old, man. You just beat up on Mikey. So come on, Mikey a small dude. Then come on, you can't be going from Mikey Garcia, a 135 pounder, to an old man, a 50-year-old legend, and Manny Pacquiao. Look, this guy's chasing names, man. And if he would have beat Pacquiao, which I would love to break that fight down. I think the movement, I think the 1-2 from Pacquiao, I think the inside and out, that Pacquiao possesses, the angles that he gives, would have gave Spence problems. I don't see Spence walking Pacquiao down. But it would have been a good fight, but it still would have been a big man fighting a little man, right? At the end of the day, people would say that's a good fight, right? Because, the LDBC or anybody that think like them will say, well, you know what? It'll be a good fight because they want Spence to have Pacquiao under his belt. You understand what I'm saying? But when it comes down to it, Pacquiao is just too small. 6th, 7th, 8th round, you will see. It will be evident that Pacquiao was just too small. Yeah, Pacquiao landed some great punches. He busted Spence's nose. He pushed Spence back and things of this nature. But the size is going to play a major role in the later part of the fight. And Pacquiao know that. Pacquiao don't need Spence. Spence need Pacquiao. Point blank, period. Now, Spence needs to go and fight, the tougher fights. You understand me? Build his credibility. Look, man, tonight, my boy Limpiness put hands and feet on Lamar Peterson. So how big was that fight between Spence and Peterson? Not at all. I told you guys Peterson was washed up. I told you guys this. This ain't nothing new, man. CBT said Peterson is washed up, man. The guy that I was rooting for, the guy that I picked to beat the weight Bully Spence and Peterson was not the guy that I knew. He turned old overnight. You understand me? And Limpinets, a kickboxer, I like Limpinets. I think he's a great brawler, inside fighter that got good power. And he's short in the fact that he get in the inside. He takes punches coming in, but he blocks a lot of those punches too. You gotta have angles. You gotta be, really skilled and technical and be patient fighting Limpinets, because you can fall into his trap and fight it out and brawl with him. You understand me? But at the end of that's what Lamar Peterson did. But at the end of the day, Lamar Peterson washed up. He done. He finished, right? So how big was that win for Spence? How big was the win for Spence versus Algieri? Algieri lost to Khan before fighting Spence. Algieri, come on, man. Who's Algieri, bro? You understand what I'm saying? I mean, so when we look at Spence's record, he beat up a good name in Mikey Garcia, but he was too big for Mikey. Yeah, Mikey talked his talk, but the facts are the facts. He was too small. You see what I'm saying? So, Spence, you got to go fight, you got to run and go get Porter. Good fight. You understand what I'm saying? You got to go run and fight the winner of Khan versus Crawford. I like Khan in that fight. But I can't lose any more money. And I got some good bets. Dudes will hit me up in the comment section. So I'm just I ain't take no bets yet because I don't know if I really want to pull the trigger, man. Because I know Khan is an underdog, and I know I can win big money and I can recoup from the loss that I took with Mikey Garcia, right? So I'm still on the fence with that fight. I like Crawford. Great boxer, puncher. I think he beats the way Bully Spence, but I think styles matter. And I think Khan got good movement. He's fast, he's athletic, and he knows how to control the ring. His jaw is suspect, but Crawford is not a big puncher. You understand me? I mean, he could crack, but he's not a one-hitter quitter. You see what I'm saying? He's a dude that needs to hit you with accumulation. Same thing with the way Bully Spence. Accumulations. And I think that he can match Crawford speed for speed. Boxing versus a boxer. Khan never lost a boxing match. He only lost the big punches. Think about that, right? We're gonna break that fight down round by round. I got some good, some good visuals for you dudes when it comes down to that fight. We're gonna get to that fight in a few more days. But at the end of the day, man, Pacquiao fighting Mikey Garcia is more even, right? I know, obviously Pacquiao was older than Mikey, but they're the same size, right? And for me, I think that this would be a good way for Mikey to redeem himself. I think he's still a cocksucker. I'm still angry at him. I think he played himself. I mean, he didn't have any good movement. He didn't use his jab. He looked like an amateur. So I just don't understand who the hell Mikey is anymore. I can't even pick Mikey to beat Pacquiao, which I would have loved to do so because, in Mikey past fights, he showed movement, head movement, jab, front foot dominance, angles, speed, athleticism, power. He showed it all, right? But he just didn't show nothing against Spence. So I wonder, hold on, when it's a step-up fight, or is it just me, CBT? When I pick a guy, that's me, I want to just turn old on me? You see what I'm saying? I don't know which one it is, so I can't pick Mikey ever. Ever again, he has to redeem himself. Point blank period. Until then, he's a cocksucker. And I like Mikey, but he gotta redeem himself, and he know he played himself. That's why he's in hiding right now. He gonna come out when his face is cleared up and the body shots and he pissing regularly and things of this nature. But he played himself. So I'm picking Pacquiao versus over Mikey Garcia, and I think I get some good bets because Pacquiao is older, and he may have lost a step in some guys' eyes, but hope I get some bets. I know it ain't gonna be crazy, but I'm taking some bets on it. I'm picking Pacquiao. You dig what I'm talking about? But at the end of the day, man, it is what it is, man. I like the fact that Pacquiao made a big decision, a major move, and said, listen, I'm not going to let this young buck play me. He's bigger than me. I think I can beat him. I see holes in his game, and we're going to get to the holes in Spence's game. I found out some new information. I was just doing some research, and I was like, oh, wow. I wonder if the people on YouTube know about this or feel the same way I feel. I just want to open your eyes to what's really going on when it comes down to boxing, man. We could talk politics. We could talk the money splits between Joshua and Deontay Sloppy Wilder. That's fun. That's cool. And I understand why we do that because we can determine who's ducking who's getting the bag and how much the bag is. So we can say, hold on, you're going to turn down this type of money. I get all that, but that's not what I do. I'm a boxing technician. I break down fights. I'm the prediction king. I love blow by blow action. That's why I excel at. That's when I can talk forever. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I gotta mix and match with you cocksuckers and talk about some things that y'all want to hear because y'all always pocket watching. You see what I'm saying? A lot of dudes in the comment section saying, yo, CBT, whoever you picking, I'm picking against you because your record is trash. My record 43-5, my nigga. I'm wavy over here. You see what I'm saying? I got 2 draws. Danny Jacobs and Triple G, point blank period. You dig? Danny Jacobs versus Triple G. I picked Danny Jacobs. Now, that's not a bad loss, right? Because we all believe that, most people believe that Danny took that, right? And then I picked Triple G to beat Canelo in the first fight. So there you go. That's my 2 draws, baby boy. So my draws is official. At the end of the day, man, it's good news. It's good news. Now Spencer's forced to fight the Keith Thurmans and the Sean Porters and then ultimately Sean Crawford. That's his road to success. At the 147. That's the only people I want to see him fight. That's the only people we should all want to see him fight. We shouldn't want to see no more bum bashes. You see what I'm saying? He did some decent views on with Mikey Garcia. Obviously Mikey Garcia pulled the he carried the most of the load, but I guess the winner of the fight, you want to say that he was the guy who carried the load, but obviously he wasn't. You dig what I'm talking about? Point blank period. So at the end of the day, man, that's what we need to be saying. Porter and Spence, and I think that Porter will give Spence a hell of a run, man, because the movement. I think Porter came out against Ugas, and he moved, and he was just setting himself up for fighting Spence in the next fight, because movement is what will beat Spence. If you in Spence's face, he has advantages against most fighters because he got a good jab, and I'm gonna call it a good jab. It's not a powerful jab, but it's something that's gonna keep you honest, and we know he got a good 1-2, and he got decent power. When he go to the body well, he can operate in the pocket, so a guy that can move is gonna give Spence issues. And the fact that Porter can use angles, Porter from the back foot, Porter's aggression is what we need to control. But we'll talk about that fight when we talk about that fight. I don't want to give it all away, but you rocking with your boy CBT, man. What you think about this thing? My boy Pacquiao moving and shaking. He about to fight Mikey Garcia. But kudos to Mikey Garcia, man, because if you guys, like you guys say, it's all about the fans, right? The fans rather see Mikey. They don't want to see Spence. And Al Heyman knows that. And man, Al Heyman can't force anybody to take the fight with Spence. Point blank, period. Pacquiao don't owe Spence anything. Spence got to earn his way. Just like Pacquiao did. Just like Floyd did. Just like Crawford is doing. You dig what I'm talking about? Holla at your boy. You rocking with the best. Subscribe. Peace.
Audio.
Yeah. New media. New perspective. This is what new media look like. This is what new media look like.
It's all about casual boxing talk.
Just when you thought you had to figure new media, new perspective, casual boxing talk.